Hello and welcome. So, a new day is, well, dawning. Not quite here yet, but soon. A new day will be dawning. And the Prospector is finished. So let me go ahead and kind of fly around it really quick. So now that the ship has been built, we have a few things that we need to do. Most of which I've already done off camera just because it's kind of boring work. The first thing is with this ship, we are finally going to be leaving the ore processing facility. Um, I'm pretty happy with the work I've done here, but it is time to go find an ice lake because we're going to need hydrogen. And the piddly little strip of ice that's up there just is not cutting it. I want to mine hydrogen en masse, so we're going to be leaving this behind. Now, if I come on down here, um, and actually come over here, you will notice I finally put up those turrets I've been talking about. I'm not 100% sure the Gatling turret can depress far enough to, shoot the puppies, but, if any pirates spawn nearby, hopefully it will prevent too much damage from happening. Ooh, I should probably blueprint this place. Her. Anyways, moving on. Um, let me fly for this. The second thing is I have also put some puppy dog protection in place. I have some bottom mounted interior turrets. I guarantee these will depress enough. Coming on over here, this area is undefended. But when we come back over here, there is another interior turret mounted underneath right here. And another one right over here. And to top things off, there's one mounted right here. So that's one, two, three, four, five interior turrets. And then when I come on over here, you can see that, I really value my algae tower, which is why I went ahead and stuck a Gatling turret right underneath it. Yeah, it was a smart move, I swear. And then finally, right over here, I have a last Gatling turret. Now, the big reason for the Gatling turrets is I figure that if there's any pirates that come by, I'll have a little bit of defense. It doesn't really help against the puppy dogs, but at least the conveyor system will auto feed those, and I don't need to come back in and check the ammo like I do the interior turrets. That being said, I have had the wondrous experience of having the puppy dogs spawn inside the office lately. Um, yeah, maybe I should have put that interior turret on the corner there. So that being said, um, I more turrets, just more turrets. Um, oh yes, I also had one spawn inside this room. Yeah, like I came in here to hit the medical bay and instead got bitten. I was extraordinarily happy with that occurrence. So yeah, moving on. Just moving on. Things to think about for the future. So, anyways, um, the base is defended. I have boatloads of materials. I think the one addition that I did put on is I have this top-mounted camera mounted right here. I do see everything upside down, which I wish wasn't the thing, but it does at least allow me to zoom in and see anything that's off forwards. For landing, I have this camera right here, and then I can come on up the stairs. All right, so the next thing here is if I come in here and I show the inventory of my ship, you can see I did put some spare hydrogen bottles in here. Um, you're supposed to auto refill that. Auto refill, thank you. There we go. So I have hydrogen at the station. Um, I have put some stuff in the cargo terminal. The docking connector is currently empty, but more importantly, the large industrial cargo container is almost full with a bunch of stuff. So my intention here is to take enough that I should be able to go ahead and build a large portion of the ice base without needing to return. I know I'm going to need to, but reduce it some. Additionally, you will note here that the mass of this is only 711,000 kilograms for just this cargo container. For reference, if you fill this with ore, it comes out to be just short of 1,000,000 kilograms. I will note here that I am playing with the standard or the realistic size cargo capacity for these. So if you are playing with a higher level, note that the volume goes up, but the mass is still the same for what you put in. So that means that while this ship can carry a realistic large cargo container, it cannot carry a 3 or 10 times large cargo container. Alright, other than that, I've left these doors open, because why not? Just put the weather up there, because, we always watch the weather report. And it is time to fly. Alright, so here is our zoomed out. Alrighty. So, step one is I'm going to unlock the landing gear. And then step two is I'm going to disconnect the connector, which will then trigger the event controller to raise the landing gear and the ramp. Only a little bit of wobbliness happens because of that. I could go ahead and swap the event controller off of that and then just like hit the button for that. Because as you can see, I have for 4, 5, 7, and 8 is my raise and lower landing gear, so I can lower it and then raise it up. And if I want to lower the ramp, I can lower that and raise it up. Alright, so now that I am done cleaning out my ship, it is time to rotate. 1,500 tons, or 1.5 million kilograms. And you can see I have put the ice base, puppies. Ice base is on my waypoints, so let's head on over there. And we can see that with full thrust, I only have about 22, 23 minutes of power. So, that is something to watch out for when you are carrying the heavy loads like I am right now. But I should be able to, once I'm not gaining altitude, you can see I dropped down to about 30 minutes. So, but that's the price that you pay when you are taking 1,500 tons through the sky. So we are going to go over the supply outpost. Just for giggles, can kind of look at it here upside down naturally. No, never mind. I cannot do that. Oh, that was Let's not do that again, okay? Let's just fly nearby, see what they do. If they shoot me, well, I saved recently. And not a thing. So, okay. Alright, so I ended up choosing the Ice Lake number 2. And I chose that because it had the best spot to put a base on the edge of the ice lake. Because my intention is to kind of build the main base on the edge and then kind of creep out over the ice for my ore gathering. Whee! So, we've got a little bit further to go. Just figured that we would take this time to enjoy the flight. I think right over here is where I'm going to go ahead and set up my spaceport and my yeah, I could put the farm like right on top of that cliff or maybe on the top of that one. Um and then we'll have easy access to the ice base, and I might go ahead and set up another ore processing facility like maybe somewhere over here. Because there are a few ore patches down in this canyon. And I am not afraid of abandoning a base if I have to. But the excavator is staying there. It's not coming up here. It just that no. All right, so here is the ice lake, and you can see where I chose to put the base down. Right here on this shoreline. This was kind of there's this shoreline here and that shoreline there were kind of the best spots for the base. But the land right over here is kind of shallower. Ooh, don't no. Too much, too much, too much, too much, too much, too much. Please stop, please stop. Oh, thank God. That that was a little too close for comfort. All right. Um 7. Yep, there we go. Landing gear is lowering. Okay. And now let us see if I am actually able to land without destroying my landing gear. Okay, coming in. Whew, okay. And time to test. Slowly lower. Slowly lower. Please don't explode on me. Just slowly lower. That's not going to help me. Okay, I tried. Slowly lower. Slowly lower. There we go. Little bit of bounce. Alright, and now I can lock my landing gear. Oh boy. Then let. So I have turning my thrusters off as part of my connector connected, but since I am not connecting here, let me come on over to here and find my thrusters. And toggle it on off. There we go. Thrusters are now off, and I have 8 days of power. Alrighty. Um. hmm. Okay, I really, really like the landing gear raising and lowering for just like the aesthetics, but maybe I should have just done some solid blocks because I'm not sure I like that wiggle. Alright, so over here, it is time to lower the ramp. Uh, what? Like, there was. Uh, that hinge has limits. Why did it just decide to keep going down? Hinge. Landing ramp hinge. It was supposed to be 30 degrees. But that's zero. 30. Sorry, negative 30. Negative 30. There we go. Reverse. But why? Why? That was all set up. I don't understand. Did I unlock the landing gear? Okay, I'm not sure what exactly about this decided that it hates me, but yeah. All right. Well, on the bright side, I don't need to get back into my ship because I can just walk on over to this inset connector as long as I can ignore the fact that the whole ship wobbles on me. Um, yeah. Um, and I guess I will need to jetpack back in and out because yeah. Alrighty, so when I come on over here to where I want my base, I've got a little bit of a hill here. Um, Top priorities right now is I need to go ahead and make a landing pad for this, and then I need to get power online. So let's see here. I think what I want to do is right over here is where I will stick the landing pad, just because it's a little flatter here. I won't bother trying to make the rover portion. Um, just flying ships, because I probably could get a rover up here, but I will wait on that until I actually have a rover that might do that. And then the primary base will all end up kind of more over here. And then power will end up all the way over here. because that puts it furthest away from the flying ships. And then we will jut out into the ice base or the ice lake itself um, for the um, what's it called? The mining. And then I will do storage. What the? Um, holy. Okay. I um I didn't like the ship anyways, I guess. Uh the hydrogen tank didn't explode. The cargo tank is container is still in one piece. Um oh boy. Um eh, eh. Um well, I guess I won't be going back on this ship. Oh my goodness. Alrighty. Um well, the engines are all up there, so I can still fly. Um okay. I still have power. I just well then. I guess step one is going to be repairing my ship from clanging. Um, Note for the future: don't bother with retractable landing gear, because that did not end well, to put it mildly. Oh boy. Alright, well, that's still in one piece. So the big question here comes into whether I should edit this out or not. And I think I'm going to leave it in, because, well, I'm sure other people have had fun experiences like this too. So I need to go ahead and get things in order. That way I can still use my ship, and then I can go ahead and make my base. And I will replace all of my lovely little retractable landing gear that look really, really nice with stuff that Clang doesn't hate quite as much. I think that's the right way to put it. All right. So if you want to go ahead and I guess this part will stay because I still like the ramp, and the ramp at least won't blow the ship up. Oh. All right. So I will be back once my ship is repaired enough, and yeah, we'll take it from there. All right. Um, my ship is as fixed up as it's gonna get. Um, I am now extraordinarily happy that my engines are now mounted up high and they didn't hit the deck, and that my hydrogen tank and my cargo hold are both still fine. So, yeah. Luckily, with the engines off, I don't need to do anything for a bit, and I can afford to do what I was planning to, which was build this out. Um, Over here, I did go ahead and break down one of my bay windows. Um, so I can at least access everything. And I've finished cleaning up everything on the inside and the outside. Um, yeah, so now that that fun business is taken care of, let's get to what I came out here for, which is yeah, building a new base. Um, so let me just go ahead and grab all of my steel plates and start laying things out. Alrighty, so let's go ahead. Um, do I have my gray? Yes, I do. And concrete. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and start out basically right on the shoreline here. I'm going to go ahead and place my first light armor block. And this will be kind of like the outer edge of my base. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That should be plenty wide enough. Let me just go ahead and weld this up. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4. And let me come up one more in the concrete color, and then just kind of lay down a nice little floor pad here. Alrighty. And I'll just weld this up really quick, if I can. Alright. And one more spot, if I can get it to go in. Nope, I can't. Alright, good enough. So this will be kind of the main landing pad area. And then I need to start going up. 2, 3, 4, 5, and then across. Really?
Your health is low.
Today is just my day, isn't it? Alright. Heal up. Go grab my stuff.
Energy low.
You don't say, thank you. Alright, did I put food in here? I did not. Okay, well, I will learn better for next time then. Whee! Alright. This time without running into things. Actually, I don't need that right now. Alright, so if I come this far back, how many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Okay, so this is just slightly longer than the landing pad that we have over at the mining outpost. Um, so from here, I can basically come up again. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Um. Alright, so speaking realistically, I could probably go ahead and in a 7 by 20 section, considering that I can go wider if I want. Um, I could actually probably put the main base right there, run some trusses over that way for power, run conveyors that way for storage, and then right up here have my landing pad. I actually kind of like that idea. Alright, so what did I have at back of the base? I had 7 by... Oh, sorry. I had about 20 by 15 wide? No, 11 wide. Okay, so let me go ahead and say 1, 2, and I will come back and repaint things later. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. There we go. Perfect. So if I weld that up. Alright, so now right now I am 7 wide and I wanted to make it about 11 wide. So if I come on over here, 7, 8, 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And actually, let me come on over here and put the basin right at the corner. How much is that going to bother me? Apparently too much. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, come on, please. Please, you know you want to. Oh, I can actually do this. Here, let me... Whee! There. And then... There. Perfect. And then I can take this out. And then I can take that one out. And then... weld this up. And time to fly on over here to get even more steel plates. This is not how I was planning on doing this, but you know, whatever works. Okay. Alright, so let's go ahead and just kind of weld this end up. Okay. And then I want to go ahead and lay out the full platform. So I'm coming out 2 from this side. 1, 2. And then for 11 wide, 8 more from this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then I'm coming down from the corner. Okay. Oh good, I didn't fall to my death. Alright. Then, oh, I need to have a little bit of thrust to get up here. Now I can bring this down. And you know what? Let's just connect it on over to here. And weld this whole little bit out too. Alright, and then when I come back here and weld this a little bit up, lie on over here without killing myself again, and grab a whole bunch more steel plates. Ow! What did I say about not killing myself again? Clearly that wasn't meant for me. Okay. And then if I weld this up, there we go. Alright, so I have the rough frame put in place. So I will be back once this whole thing is actually fully padded up. So give me just a few minutes. Alright, so the landing pad is now fully assembled. I need to go ahead and set the connector down. Unintentionally, I managed to line this thing almost perfectly up with the sun, so it's setting right over there. Which means that if I were to like jut off the side and just put like some solar panels on a rotor, I'd probably do a reasonable job powering this place. And since I did basically 100% wind power at the last place, running this place off solar does seem kind of interesting. At least I'm not entirely opposed to it. Let's see here. If I come on over here, as you can see, my turret on my ship took care of the puppy dog. Always the plus side. Just weld up this, so that way a stray bullet doesn't disconnect everything. So with the sun setting right now, I'm going to go ahead and kind of work through the Space Engineer's Night to pipe this up. I'm not sure what I'm piping it up to yet. I'm probably just going to go ahead and do something like stick the connector in back here somewhere, put a pipe out, and then just have it like tee off right over here somewhere. I suppose I could go ahead and just kind of jut off that direction for the raised ramp to get the similar effect to what I had at the mining outpost. And then I think I'm going to try and tackle power as well. So I will be back once the sun starts shining again and we can actually see things. All right. And I've been working all night, literally. The sun is just barely starting to rise. They'll hit us soon enough. And as you can see, I have finished well, most of the landing pad. I still need to go ahead and put up the railings on the side to make sure you don't fall off. I also set up a wind tower over here. It's designed exactly the same, well, almost exactly the same as the wind tower that I have at the mining outpost. And then additionally, I set up this solar panel. Now, since it just so happens that I managed to line up almost perfectly with the sun, I decided to just put it on a single hinge, so it will then hopefully rotate as the sun comes and get good power. So let's go ahead and just take a quick look at that. Don't want the lights. So right now about 160 kilowatts from the solar, about 80 from the those slopes, and then the wind turbines are 600, 600, 600, 600. So the 8 batteries that are stacked there will fully recharge sometime soonish. Beyond that, I have found that I'm actually, well, I don't want to say running low, but it's running low on steel plates. So I'm, aside from, of course, going to have to go back to get my orange color, because this is white when it's supposed to be orange. I've got this connector piped up to this connector, and then it just tees off right here, right before the edge of the landing pad. So let's see here. What else do I need? Um, yeah, I think the last thing to do is to come on over to my Prospector, fly in through my open window, and then, yeah, yeah, I see that the landing gear's gone. Yep. Um, let's go ahead and turn the engines on. Looks like I still have some debris that I need to go pick up. And then let's fly on over here and see how it looks landed on our landing pad. Dun, dun, dun. Luckily, this oh still works. No, no, no. I wanna line up like this. And then slowly lower myself. All right, there we go. We are now landed. All right, now let's do another inspection. All right, so this needs to get repaired. I need to put stuff back on here. All right, so it looks like I managed to repair everything while I was on the ground except for that one light. So let's go ahead and repair that up. Come on out here to my nice, lovely, well, we'll call it my first attempt at mining. How about that? I was gathering ice. My story, and I'm sticking to it. All right, and then I need to go ahead and get that back in. So let's go ahead and get that. So we will get the piece for that, and then drop off more scrap metal, and then just grab. Yeah, I started out with 20,000 steel plates, and I'm down to 5,000 now. So yay me! All right, let's go ahead and put that back in, and now this should be airtight again if I so desire it. Oh, I need to add the hinge head. Landing gear. And let's just check that hinge head. Yes. All right. Now, let's go ahead and put this back on. Missed one piece. Then I put that on. Alrighty. And then repair that. Okie dokie then. So, looks like I can lower that ramp a little bit more. But honestly, having to hop a little bit's not the end of the world. And then if I come up here, I can get rid of these two light armor panels. And then do the same thing on this side. Um, then I should be able to just go in here and just fill this out with blocks. And I have a feeling that I'm not going to mess with retractable landing gear again in survival. Because, oh boy. Okay, so since I still want this to be able to, say, land on the ice lake, I think I will go ahead and still put landing gear on, but the landing gear will be something more along the lines of this. And I can still put like a mag plate on the bottom or something like that. And back here, kind of like the look of this more. And then let's go ahead and find my landing gear. See if there's enough space to shove it. Nope, it's not. Okay. So what I will do then is I will lift off slightly. Wee, ow. Dump. Dum, 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 dum. And that. Put it down. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. Carefully hover. And now I can go ahead and put little mag plates on the bottom of each of these. And well, that's one way of doing it, I guess. Um, so let's come on in here into the control panel and call this and let's go ahead and unlock that. And then there we go. Alright, so I can land. Um, looks like I should adjust my ramp some. If I come in here and I set the hinge to negative 35. Let's also just do this. There we go. Hopefully that'll clang it out a little bit less. Let's call it an owl cat. Negative 37. Alright, so I'm going to call this negative 36. Uh, what? But why? Did you just like wake up this morning and decide you don't like me? Is that what's going on, Hinge? Um, what if I stop sharing the inertial tensors? What if I change this to like a lot less? Change this to 0. Um, see, now it works perfectly. The heck? Alright. Well, let me come on back in here. Close my door. And then come on in here. And I want to find my ramp. And I want to rotate to angle negative 36 at a speed of 2. And then I want this one to rotate to angle 0, speed of 2, ramp up. Okay. I can clear those. Yeah, I won't be needing that. Um, and then let's see here. Shift my thrusters to toggle on off here so that way I can just remove that from this. Please don't step on my keyboard. You are so fluffy. Right over there. In your kitty tree. Thank you. Alright, now if I press ramp up, everything works. If I press ramp down, everything works. Okay. Whoo, boy. Yeah. Anyways, let me check one more thing before we head on back. And that is, I want to come on down and see how much power my solar panels are. 88, 43. Oh, weather. Okay. Well, at least I've got solar and wind, so, yay me. Alrighty, so with that, this has been a rather more eventful episode than I had been anticipating. Um, yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and do a run on back to the mining outpost because I am running low on steel plates. And, yeah. Well, hopefully this has been enough to appease Lord Clang. We'll just leave it at that. Alright, if you watched all the way to the end, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.